The future is now, and artificial intelligence is automating it. The Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, Cyber Nations, and the SRLF invites you to participate in 2.5 months of AI training, leading to job placement. Learn cutting-edge AI skills from industry experts and escape unemployment or change your career. Financing is available through the Student Revolving Loan Fund, easy to qualify, and low interest rate of 3.5%. To enroll, visit www.srlfloan.edu.bb.
The new application deadline is March 4th, but apply by February 18th for a chance to win a free laptop and up to $1,000 off your program's cost.
So, hi, good morning. My name is Alan Farmer. I am from the Student Revolving Loan Fund. With me, I also have Kristen Spooner from Student Revolving Loan Fund. We also have Rick Kubrick and Ryan Thompson from Protexxa. And this morning, we are basically here to discuss formally launch our AI program, AI training initiative, and discuss and answer any questions that the public will have about the program. So what I will do is that we'll just give I'll just give an overview of what the program is, why AI, why the government of Barbados chose this program, and then I will turn over to Ryan and Rick to go into the specifics of the program. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand at some point, or you can just message in chat, and someone will feed the questions to us. We're launching our Artificial Intelligence Analyst Certificate Program, which is in partnership with Protexxa or Cyber Nation. As you would know, we launched a similar program last year that is still running, which is our Cybersecurity Analyst Certificate. So why AI? And that question was asked by not only us, but that was asked to the government of Barbados. And AI is the future. AI is what we use every day. And AI is where the world is going, and we're ever evolving. And the idea behind the project is that we need to get ahead of the game and have Barbadians employed internationally and working for international firms. And that is one of the reasons that AI was selected. So what is AI? AI is the capability of machines or computer programs to perform tasks that we would do every day. And we use AI, right? So we use AI. AI is like Hey Siri, our virtual assistants. AI is also the algorithms that would show you your search history and what you like and stuff like that. So it generates all of that. We also use AI when we're all locking our phones, protecting our passwords and stuff like that, such as facial recognition. Your password is also AI protected. So when we ask why, when the government asks why, we look at this. Picture this: a world where tasks are completed with in lightning speed, and something that we can't do with little human error. And that is why AI, and that is where the world is going. So we launched this program, right? We launched this program in partnership with, as I said, Protexxa Cyber Nation. It's a 2.5-month program, training initiative. It's not designed full-time and part-time, because we do have morning and evening classes that will be available for this program. As I said, it's 2.5 months. It's somewhat intense, we would say. Ryan and Rick will go into the specifics of the program. Within that 2.5 months, after the 2.5 months, the special thing about this program is that you receive a job placement. And that placement, once you have successfully completed the program, would be initially for 1 year. As I said, it's a partnership. So we didn't just pull it out from anywhere. The cabinet of Barbados, the government of Barbados would have done research and then selected the best candidates to run the program. The lead candidates on this program is Protexxa, our Canadian partners. And then we have the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training as a partner. The Student Revolving Loan Fund is a financing partner. And Toronto Metropolitan University is also the academic partner on this program. So the program, obviously, it comes at a cost. So the program is 8,000 Barbados dollars with a laptop, and 6,000 Barbados dollars without a laptop. That includes the cost of the course, software, hardware, everything that you would need to successfully complete the program is included there. So what is special about this program is that we have the mandate to include persons with disabilities in this program. And the persons with disabilities, however, will go through the Council for the Disabled. So they will register everything with the Council for Disabled. So regardless of what your disability is, you will be able to get into the program. The only requirement is that you do a means test for the program. The requirements for persons with disabilities slightly different for other persons. So persons with disabilities, the management of Student Revolving Loan Fund, along with the Ministry of Education, has agreed that they do not require sureties or security from persons with disability. However, everybody else on the program will require either some form of surety or security upfront. If you can, then there is a special step or means test that can be done. So basically, for applicants for this program, you have to be a Barbadian citizen, have to be 18 years or older. We don't require a lot of documents. So for the applicant, proof of address no older than 3 months, one valid form of photo identification, a police certificate of character no older than 3 months, medical certificate once you're receiving a loan. That medical certificate can be no older than 3 months. And if you have, we would just ask you to select your most recent academic qualifications, whether it be a certificate, completion of secondary school, etc. You'll just select that on the application. As I said, the most of our loans will carry some surety or some form of security. So as I said, $8,000 with a laptop, $6,000 without. The interest rate is lower than our normal interest rate. As I said, this is a special project we're running similar to the cybersecurity program. So the interest rate is 3.5%, and there are two financing options. So you can finance through with a loan through us, or you can self-finance, which means that you bring the funds to us and you enroll into the program. As I said, all of our loans do carry some form of security or surety. So insurance policy, we take insurance policies, government bonds and debentures, take cash, shares on Barbados Stock Exchange, fixed deposits with Signia, Capita, and Answer Merchant Bank. And we also take property as well to secure our loans. As I said, the more favorable option in this case is a surety. With the sureties, we have gone ahead and changed our surety requirements somewhat for this special project. So the annual, we have lowered the cap for the annual salary. So the annual salary for the surety is $10,000 minimum. We have waived the minimum credit rating requirement. So we will still do credit checks and stuff like that, but we do not have a minimum credit rating requirements. Surety has to be 18 years or older. We would need either a job letter or a pay slip. Person must be working for at least 2 years. One form of valid photo identification and proof of address. So the requirements are, as I said, we have lowered the requirements. So as I said, it's a loan, and on successfully completing this program, you will automatically receive a job placement for up to 1 year. And it can be renewed pending on your performance and stuff like that. You'll be placed with international companies. However, you're working from Barbados. And so the loan will be either repaid over either a period of 24, 18, 16, or 12 months. And the repayment period will be determined on several factors, including security that are provided, if there is an unsecured loan, etc. So we will look into that. But for specifics about the program, I will now turn over to Ryan and Rick to go into the program a little bit more. And once they have completed that, then we'll open the floor for any questions that you all may have. And then, yeah, so Ryan, Rick, over to you.
I'll say 1 minute here, and then Ryan will pick up and share a few slides as well about the program and what's expected from you. As Alan said, we're modeling this program after a successful program that's happening in cybersecurity. As Ellen mentioned, your nation is quite committed to the digital transformation of Barbados and all the businesses and people within. It's hard to think about digital transformation if you don't prioritize cybersecurity and the knowledge and talents around artificial intelligence as a key staple to accelerating the transformation in today's digital world. So this program is specifically designed for people to get into this space. It's an entry-level course to give you, in a very short but very intense period of time, kind of the key ingredients for you to understand sufficiently enough about AI from which you can develop further your career in this important space. Consider this, if you choose to accept this challenge, I guess, as the first step of your journey. Within AI or cyber or any digital, there's never an ending to the learning. This will get you going with some essential skills, and to Alan's point, with an opportunity to put what you are learning into practice immediately after you successfully complete the program. My name is Rick Huybrechts. I'm the program director for Cyber Nations, and I'll hand it over to Ryan, who's the academic director and the coordinator for our AI program that launches late January. Ryan.
Good morning, everyone. So glad to be here and to present our new offering. As the SRLF team and Rick mentioned, we have been working together and successfully with our cyber analyst program, and you are here today to learn more about the cyber AI analyst program. So I think you're in a good spot because, as it's been alluded to, AI is becoming very important, and it's even part of your lives in ways that you may not know. So if you get involved, this is a great opportunity to understand what's happening in the world around you and becoming a part of it. Okay, so just a little bit about AI. So ChatGPT, which I think is the most popular and well-branded artificial intelligence, it was launched only a little more than a year ago, and in 1 month was the most widely adopted application ever. So it just like blew all other applications historically out of the water. So everybody is grabbing onto this tool because they're noticing how effective it is, and there's ways to make it even more effective. Not even if you're not in an AI job, you can still implement AI to turn you into a very valuable employee. Some facts about AI. So people think they only use AI 33% of the time, but in fact, it's 77% of the time. So it shows how AI is starting to be weaved through the technology that we use on a daily basis, and we're not even aware of when it's being used. We have, by 2030, we have some trends and predictions. There's supposed to be 133 million jobs, and we're hoping with the launch of this program, you can be a part of that 133 million. 25% of current jobs are going to be disrupted by AI. The worth of the AI market is $1.3 trillion in 2030, and we're expecting a growth of about 37%. Is it your time to ride the wave? We hope so. So we always work in partnership with great companies and great organizations. So you can see that we have, as usual, we're coming to you on the table. We're being backed up with very powerful forces, people who are interested in doing well by Barbados and also increasing your tech knowledge base. And again, that's why you're here today. You want to be a part of that. Here are some possible AI jobs. So not all of the jobs here are you're being trained for in the program, but this program is designed to be a first step. So if you find something like AI developer interesting to you, you can go, you know what, I get what I'm doing in this program. I think I'm going to do whatever is necessary to take to go maybe on the path to some of these opportunities. Okay, so how are we different? Well, what we do is we provide a self-paced learning experience. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be on your own necessarily. We're going to still have office hours. We're still going to be, I think I pride myself on our team's responsiveness. So in the cyber analyst course, if you have people that you know or related to who have successfully gone through that program, you know, and I think this is true, that we are very responsive. We help those people that are in the program, and that's certainly what's going to be extended in this case as well. So although it's very automated, it's designed to be that way because you may be coming into this program already employed. And that means you might be taking this maybe in the evenings or on the weekends. So that's okay because that's the way it's structured. But at the same time, there will be a support crew in the background that's willing to help you if you run into any challenges. We're also going to have recorded guest lectures from industry professionals. So we're going to cover things like the technical aspects of AI, but we're also going to cover the ethical and legal implications of AI. So these are very important questions that you may be asking yourself, or you might be seeing in the news. And part of this program is to say, hey, I understand now what they're talking about. I am more AI literate because of this program, and that will be a great pushing point for you and your career. We're going to do things like check-in quizzes. We're going to have interactive activities. We're also going to show you the basics of coding and chat prompting. So here are some program specifics. So Alan already indicated the cost. So this is in USD. If you pay that, it includes the laptop. It's a 10-week course, so 2.5 months, about 20 dedicated study hours per week. Certainly that's just a ballpark number. Sometimes people do it in less, sometimes more. If you complete the requirements, which is about 80% in all the activities, then you will be involved in a placement program for 1 year with a salary of up to 15,000 US. The program itself, so our learning objectives, so this is kind of taken from our curriculum. You can see that our goal is quite comprehensive. Not only are we teaching AI skills, which involves terminology like NLP, so maybe you don't know what that is, but you will at the end of this course. Doing cool activities like using AI to help with computer vision, doing practical applications, maybe doing some coding to cause AI to try to troubleshoot a situation. And then we're also going to have an ethical awareness and adaptability. So not only are you going to be technically proficient, but you're also going to be capable of interacting in a world that's more complex now because AI is in it. Here are the more granular specifics of the curriculum. So you can see that every week has sort of like a general topic. And I'm not going to go over all of them, but you can see some of them have to do with AI specifically, and others have to do with mental health. So we were talking, we have these coalition of people who we're talking with that are helping assist the development of this program. They said, you know what, mental health is a big issue, particularly when people are dealing in jobs in AI. So we decided to include it because that's an important thing. So this just gives you a high level of what happens. So our goal is to create a supply of talent. So your government is very interested in creating a citizenship that's very high-tech talented. And we are aligned with helping that out. So that's why our programs are technical, but also implement other factors like mental health, professional development. So our goals are the same. And once you've sort of gone through our programs, then you become part of a minority really globally that wants to meet a demand where high-tech companies, they have seats that are not filled by employees that can do the jobs that they require them to do. So we're hoping to create that talent and funnel it into all of these people globally, all these companies globally, and help them out. And we're going to meet the talent and the demand comes together, and then everybody is happy. So that's it for me. I'm Ryan Thompson. Like Rick said, I'm the academic director. Feel free to reach out at learn@cyber-nations.com, or you can reach out to SRLF as well if you have any more questions that arise after this. But we're sticking around for a little bit to answer any specific questions you might have.
Thank you, Ryan and Rick. So we do have some questions. The first question is it possible for one to be enrolled in both the AI and cybersecurity program? And if yes, how would it work?
Our answer would be it will be very difficult. Both our AI program and our cybersecurity program are very intense. So running those at the same time will be a challenge, although there is some overlap between the programs. Also, the purpose of our offering is that it leads to a placement. The placement you get is a full-time engagement with an employer that will expect your full-time participation. And so doing both or expecting to do both placements will not be possible.
So the next question is, would the job placement be 100% remotely? I could answer also. The job placement will be Barbados based. However, it will be a hybrid job placement because there is a local office here that you will be expected to probably go twice or 3 times a week. Ryan or Rick could elaborate on that also.
Yeah, that's about right. Again, depending on who you will be placed with, the employer may have a presence in Barbados and expect collaboration amongst the workers. It will be variable, so it will not be exclusively remote, but you will also not have to go into an office 5 days a week. So hybrid, I think, is the right response there, Alan.
So the next question was about the salary. So the salary is on average 30,000 Barbados annually. Yeah, so that is what the salary is. As I said in the opening, the idea behind the program is to get more persons employed, but also persons that are on their employer or want to change careers to get them included also. So this program is self-paced and will have either morning, it will have daytime and somewhat evening learning. So it would have that hybrid approach also so we can attract persons that are on their employer and want to upskill. How flexible is the job hours? I think that will go to Ryan or Rick.
Yeah, it'll depend a little bit on the employer. I think the remote nature of the work will introduce some flexibility, but it will be a job that the employer expects you to participate just like any other job you have. So although you may have some flexibility in directing when you spend the time, especially when you're asked to be part of a team that you work with your team. So it's hard to say, not knowing exactly at this point which organization one would be placed with. This particular AI program, though, will lead to quite flexible work arrangements.
The cost of the program, yes, is $8,000 Barbados with a laptop, $6,000 without that laptop. The next question is, as it relates to the cybersecurity analyst certificate, can you confirm the next cohort? Right now, we are working for a start date of March 29th for the next cybersecurity cohort. That's what we're working towards right now. Applications are also open for the cybersecurity training program and the AI program. Once you have submitted your application, however, there's also a plum assessment, which is more of a psychometric test that you'll be required to do to see if you're a right fit for these programs. That email will come to you automatically once you have submitted your application, and you will do that what we call a plum assessment. It's a basic psychometric test. Yeah, so it's not testing knowledge, but it tests to see how well of a fit you are for these two programs.
Yeah, I just want to speak on that as well. There is a question sort of related to that.
Right, sorry.
That's okay. So when you're doing your plum right now, I know there is sort of a delay when you do your plum and when you recognize how much you've progressed in sort of the registration process. So our hope is to get that done as soon as possible. Unfortunately, I can't give you a timeline, but our hope is that it will, you will know whether or not you've been successful in the plum assessment process sooner rather than later.
but you do receive that email. As I said, you do receive that email within an hour of you submitting that application. So even before the application and documents are reviewed, you have that email to complete the plum assessment. It normally takes, on average, I think approximately an hour, the most, subject to correction, Ryan, about an hour.
It should be a little bit more of a delay because we're still kind of initiating the program. So there may actually, in terms of the plum placement, that letter may be a little bit delayed because the curriculum itself is still in development. So although we have once that plum part is solidified, then you're right, it will be in very little time.
So the next question, I guess, is for me or Kristen. If someone already have a loan with the SRLF, would they be able to get assistance again from the loan fund? So the answer to that is simply yes. If you already have a loan with us, you will be able to get assistance for these programs or any other program you want to do. We will consider a top-up loan. What we will do is that we will consolidate the two loans together and then we reset all the terms. So it goes back to not charging no interest while you're studying. It goes back to giving you a grace and all of that on the consolidated loan before repayment starts. Question, I submitted my application, just the process. So once you submitted your application and you completed the plum, then as I said, as Ryan said, they're still working out some kinks, but we will get back to you. Someone from the SRLF will also reach out if they require additional information to process that section of your application. We're still also in the process of reviewing applications that were submitted. This is for Rick or Ryan. Can you explain more on the aspect of the self-learning, and will there be a teacher assistant in the program?
So in general, there is no like formal instruction where you sit in front of a class and then there's someone who sort of leads that. So the self-paced learning is usually through written videos and also hands-on activities. So for instance, let's say that you were learning the basics of coding. So then it will be like a step-by-step process with some gamification so that you would be awarded, experience points. If you had troubles, there's generally some help functionalities on these platforms, but then there's also going to be office hours. So if you have questions, you can come in during the office hours and you can say, I have a question about this. Let's talk about this other thing. So there won't be any set topics necessarily, but you can come in and you're encouraged to sort of hang out and ask whatever questions you have in that forum. And we also encourage the community to help each other out as well. So one of the strengths of the cyber analyst program is that a community develops offline and there's quite a bit of assistance that happens. So my impression is that you will find that you have lots of help.
After the 1-year job placement, will the employer keep us on the team or will the employees have to look for work otherwise?
There's no guarantees post 12 months, so you got to earn it, if you will. This particular AI program will lead to giving you the tools to be quite productive in the gig space. So there will be opportunities for you to continue the work in this. But as we said at the onset of this meeting, this is really step one in your career. And I see also another question about why this program over another institution. The big difference, of course, is that we do provide a pathway into a 12-month placement, which most other institutions don't do. You ultimately are responsible for your own career and your own life subsequent to this, but we will give you the tools throughout the duration of the program and the 12-month placement to be more marketable than in any other way.
So the next question is relating to the interest on the loan. So let me just start. The loan is set up wherein interest is only charged once you have completed studies based on your contractual completion date. Then interest starts. The loan is scheduled to repay probably 2 months after successful completing the course. That's when you're scheduled to start repayment. By then you should have, once you have successfully completed the program, then you should have a job placement by then. The repayment period, as I said, it will vary based on some circumstances as it relates to securities and stuff like that. The average repayment amount is less than on these loans, either 8,000 or 6,000. The average repayment amount is less than $530 per month. So for 8,000 at 24 months, that repayment is $355. At 18 months, that repayment is $468. So the salaries, as we would have said, the average salary is approximately 2,500 Barbados a month, and we try to keep that in mind when setting up the loan. We have also reduced the interest rate on this loan from 5.55% to 3.5%, offering it as a special product. So that is the terms of the loan. Everything, the loan, the application, everything, we try to consolidate that. So everything is done through the Student Revolving portal. Our website, srlfloan.edu.bb. We're running a promotion wherein if you sign up and if you register and you successfully get into the program by then, there are some prizes we can do. The first prize is a free laptop. The second prize is that we will cover 1,000, so we're discounting the program cost for you by 1,000. Student Revolving Ministry of Education covers that cost. A third prize, we will also discount it by $500, where the Student Revolving Ministry of Education covers that cost. So we're running that special promotion. So we're encouraging persons to register and sign up early. Right. So the specs, someone asked the specs of the laptop. As Ryan replied, as long as you can run internet browsers and your machine that is sufficient. There are minimum specs that is available on cyber-nations.com. You can just review the minimum specs for the cybersecurity program, and those are the minimum specs laptops that will be provided also for this program. The other question was, can you opt out or defer the job placement?
Opt out, yes. Defer depends on the employer.
There being no more questions that we can see. Ryan, Rick, any closing remarks before we go?
I just want to say that from my experience working with in the cybersecurity, I'm very excited about this new program, and I think that if you have any interest in AI and you think this is for you, I think you're going to be very pleased with the course and what we're going to be doing together. So thanks for your time.
So my closing remarks would be, applications are open. Apply now, apply early. The earlier you apply, cost of the program is $8,000 with a laptop, $6,000 without. Special conditions apply. The interest rate is 3.5% with job, and it has the special opportunity. The difference between this program and in many other programs is this program provides you with up to a year of job placement with a salary, and that can be extended based on your performance and the employer. So that's the difference between the program. As I said, applications are open. www.srlfloan.edu.bb. Thank you, and we hope to see you in the program.
Thank you all. Have a great day.
Thank you.